What's going on, y'all? Back at it with another tool video, and I think I'm going to call this one the best way to buy Snap-on tools, because I think this is absolutely the best way, which is basically just used. So I'm going to do a bit of a tool haul as well, because we all know Snap-on is very expensive. I mean, I think it's worth it for some things, and especially if it's used. So, I'm just gonna start off with saying this cost me $1,000 for all of this in this box, and I think I got a pretty screaming deal on this. So, we're just gonna kind of go through all this and kind of show you the buying power you have for used stuff. And granted, this was a pretty good, like, right place, right time kind of deal for me, but it was still a hell of a deal. So, let's get started. First of all, as you can see, Snap-on Pry Bar, big boy. I mean, probably 3.5 feet long. That's probably $250, and that's good because I didn't have a pry bar this big. So yeah, that's the first deal. I mean, it's clearly used, but it's a pry bar. It's gonna work. So that's pretty solid. I'm stoked on that. And this is not Snap-on, but this is a USA made. It's like OTC pry bar, kind of. I don't know what you'd call that end, drift end. I don't know. Okay, so those two pry bars. Set of double box Snap-ons. These are nice. I have the Icon Flex Head double box, but sometimes it's nice to have a fixed end. So that's sweet. It's the full set. Doesn't have an 8mm, but that's fine. So there's that. Long screwdriver, kind of the older handle style. But I've been needing one of these actually, so that's pretty sweet. And then same handle, but these are radiator picks. So those come in pretty handy. I work on bikes and cars, so I will definitely put these to use. Pretty solid. Air gun. MG725. As you can see, it's in pretty damn good shape. I haven't put air through it yet or anything, but it came with the boot and all. That's like close to $600, maybe $500 if your dealer throws deals. So that's cool. I didn't have a worthy 1/2-inch air gun, so that's sick. And then kind of a matching pry bar to the big one. Just kind of a normal length. So that's pretty sick. And we have a big, it's probably 24-inch, yeah, 24-inch breaker bar. Snap-on chrome handle. That's pretty old. I haven't looked at the date codes from all these, but I have a set of universals at work already that are from the 80s, that are from the same guy, so some of the stuff is probably from the 80s, but it's still, that's the good thing about Snap-on. You know, stuff like this, it's still going to work just fine, even if it's 40 plus years old. So, and then shorter 1/2-inch and a matching 3/8, the blue handle, which is pretty sweet, which I'm stoked on. It's kind of nice to have different sizes and whatnot. And then 3/8. These are sweet for turning bike engines over, so so the ratchet doesn't just, once it goes over compression, it just doesn't spin. So that's sweet. Ratchet. This is the old 36 tooth, but I'm not complaining. 1/2-inch. It's a little wobbly, but long 1/2-inch ratchet, can't complain. Stoked. And then here We got the shallow quarter drive snap-ons, which is good because I didn't have this set yet. So that's pretty awesome. It's not the entire set, but it goes down to 6. Doesn't have like the 5 and 5.5, but the lowest I ever use is 6 anyways, so that's good. Right there. And then 2 sets of basically brand new Wobble Extensions Snap-on. And this one is missing one, but it looks like they only used the one that's missing in this one. So that's sweet. And this one's literally brand new. So that's awesome. I've been meaning to buy some of these too. That's sweet that they're snap-ons. Big snappy dead blow. It's mint. I have a big dead blow, but it's a Pittsburgh, which is fine. I really don't mind it, but can't complain. SnapOn Hammer. Big old Nip-X pliers. Looks like these are the old style Cobras. So, pretty stoked on that. I really, I don't know if I'm ever going to use these. Well, I know I will at some point, but, you know, pretty badass either way. And then, an almost complete set of Snap-on Impact Wobbles, which is awesome. These are super expensive. If you guys have ever looked at these on the truck, not exactly sure, but it's $400 or $500 for a set of these. So that's awesome. It's not the total complete set, but it has 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, and 19, I think. So I'll still use those for sure. And then just regular deep impacts, Snap-on again. So this is missing an 8, but that's fine. But it's 9, 19, 21, and then a 24. Just sick. That's a really good set. So I'll be upgrading my Mac impacts just because I like these better. So that's awesome. And it's a bigger set, so that helps. And I just got this hood prop. It's kind of self-explanatory, but I work on bikes, so I was hoping it would work to like prop up the tanks and whatnot. So that's cool. Another rad pick. So these are Blue Point. These are little like nut drivers, but they have a magnet in them. I don't know if you can see that, but they have a nut driver there. It's pretty sweet. 14, 12, 10, and 8. I'll definitely put those to use. That's for sure. But yeah, another little Pry Bar. This one's red, but still pretty sick. Little guy. And a loose 17 impact. Because this was kind of a miscellaneous deal. Oh, here we go. Swivel quarter drive. Ratchet. So that's pretty sweet. I don't have one of these yet. So that's going to be pretty awesome. Stoked on that. Kind of along the Ratchet line. One of these, I don't even know what you'd call this, but it's like a ratchet head that you could use as almost like a crow's foot. You could put an extension in this way, or make it like as long of a ratchet as you want, kind of. So this is dope. It's kind of one of those just cool guy things, you know. But that's awesome. That's sweet. Long 5/8 Snap-on spark plug socket, which that'll probably be pretty useful. Set of long Snap-on punches. You always need more punches. I don't have a lot of these, so that's nice. And you know, this lifetime Snap-on warranty, which is awesome. And I have a really good rep, so he will definitely warranty all this stuff for me, even though I didn't buy it from him. This is like a no-name brass hammer. It's still cool. And then this is a 36mm half-drive Snap-on socket, which is sweet because I use 36 quite a bit on bikes, and I'm sure I'll use it on my cars and stuff. So that's cool. These will last forever. SnapOn Extractor Set, kind of a basic set, but these are super good. I mean, The easy outs are kind of meh. There's better extractors, but these are the best ones you can get, in my opinion. So I have a max set, so I'll be using this one instead of the max set. So that's sweet. Yeah, left-hand drill bits, of course. And these are some little Snap-on long torques, which is sick because I didn't have any longs. So it's at 8, 10, 15, and 20. So that's pretty sweet because I use a lot of small torques on bikes. So that's a score. Then I have a couple loose extensions. 2 of these are SnapOn Wobble Plus, and then one's a Taiwan Wobble Plus. But there's a quarter Wobble Plus, and then a 3/8 Snap-on, and this is a no-name one, but still sweet. Still stoked on that. Then we have a few loose wrenches. This one's a 10 mil 6-point, which is interesting. But you know, that'd come in handy on some like stripped fasteners or whatnot. I figured might as well. Then I have some speed wrenches here. These are cool. I don't know if I'm really gonna use these, but these are sweet. And they have the flank drive plus on the end, on the other end too, so that's cool. But it's just like a speed wrench, so that's pretty sick. And this is badass. It's an adjustable crow's foot. Snap-on. And I might actually use this. I was planning on buying some actual crow's feet, but this might just come in handy. So that's just cool. And then some Blue Point stubby torques. So that's pretty sweet. I like this style of stubby, where it's kind of like the one piece, so that's cool. And then an old Snap-on test light, which should work just fine. So I'm pretty stoked on that as well. Any more electrical diag stuff always. And then, oh, this is a Snap-on long air hammer bit. This goes along with a whole ass box of them, which is sweet because I just got an air hammer. It looks like that one's a matco, it's a pickle fork one. I'm not sure all the brands, but a bunch of air hammer bits, which I'm stoked about. And the guy did have Snap-on air hammers. I just really didn't need it because I just got one, so it's still cool. And there's a deep universal Snap-on 15, which is cool. I don't really use 15 all that much, but it's still pretty dope. I can't complain. Alright, and then we got some dental picks, which these are pretty cool. Kind of self-explanatory, but there's a bunch of them, so I picked them up. Sweet. And then these are cool. These are SK USA before they sold out to China or Taiwan or whatever. SK USA quarter drive universals. It's a full set. It's pretty awesome. I might actually end up using these quite a bit. I don't have any real good universals, so that's pretty sweet. And the last couple things, just kind of a drift. And some impact driver bits. So that's everything. But I paid $1,000 flat for all of this, and I would say that's a pretty screaming deal. Because if you've been on the trucks and you've bought Snap-on before, you know $1,000 is probably that corner right there. That's it. If you were to buy that all new, I mean minus the Nipex, but so I'm still a fairly new mechanic. I'm coming up on 2 years, but I've found, even before this, buying used is honestly for some things, it's the best way to go for Snap-on. And I bought off Facebook Marketplace. There was one kid that graduated from, he was doing airplane mechanics, and his school sent him like 4 pairs of pliers and just the standard 3/8 ratchet, and I picked that up for $200. And then, you know, here and there just random ratchets for $80 or whatever. So used stuff, you know, sometimes it's even better than the new stuff, and you can get a real good deal, so that makes it even better. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to kind of share this haul because I thought it was a pretty screaming deal. So, but I will say this was a pretty right time, right place, because my buddy that I worked with came up with this deal, and it was kind of a family friend that passed, and he was a lifelong mechanic, and the family wanted to move the tools out, so he picked up probably more than double this for a sum of money, and I came over and he let me take all this for $1,000. But those deals are out there, especially if you are a mechanic and you kind of know people. But yeah, saves you a lot of money, and you still get good stuff. And if you have a good dealer too, like I do, he will warranty anything that's Snap-on. So that's pretty much it. Stay safe, stay wrenching. If you have any comments or questions, let me know in the comments. But other than that, see ya.